What's going on? It's your boy Danny Rainmaker with another video. So today I'm super excited because this is going to be knowledge that is going to change or has the potential to change the outcome or trajectory of your life and your family's life forever. What would you do if you can have access to that type of information? What would you do? Well, I'm going to give it to you for free 99 today. All right. So this is the perfect opportunity to invest in real estate. And here are 3 reasons why. Before we get started, go ahead and follow me on my social medias, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Share this video to as many people and places as possible. Like this video. Leave a comment below if there's anything you need me to help you with or you have any questions. I will give you my direct number to text me. And if you can text me, text real estate to 832-657-1117. Okay. If you need any help with anything, I will directly message you. When you can reach me on my social medias, whichever one. Let's get started, okay? So, number one reason why you should be investing in real estate or why this is a perfect opportunity to invest in real estate right now is appreciation. Appreciation, okay? So, appreciation, as if you don't know, appreciation is the amount of value the property goes up in. So in other words, the amount of value that the property increases. Okay. So that is appreciation. Your equity is the difference between between the appreciation and the mortgage. That is your equity. All right. That equity, that space, that difference is yours. Okay. Appreciation. So low inventory plus inflation equals a rise in prices of assets. Okay. That is how you get appreciation. All right. As you know, right now, inflation, if you don't already know, is one of the hot topics that is going on right now. As inflation goes up, so does the prices of your everyday items. We will start seeing that. We may not have seen that yet, but I think we will start seeing that soon. Also, higher returns, appreciation in real estate gives you higher returns than the stock market does. So unlike stocks, your property in real estate appreciates faster if even stocks appreciate. I mean, some of it's so volatile that it might appreciate, at one point it was appreciating 12, 15%. And then the day after it would be in the negatives. With real estate, that's not how it works. It takes more gradual time for values to decrease and increase. So it kind of hedges you and your investment because it doesn't it takes gradual time for it to increase and decrease, unlike the stock market. Home median prices increased. This is a fun fact. Home median prices increased 8.3%, while the average home price increased 10% since September 2019 in Houston, Texas. So I have the numbers for Houston. That's why I mentioned that. In Houston, Texas, if you have or held on to your property for just 1 year, if you buy your property in September of 2019 and held on to it until now, your property should be worth 8.3% more than when you first bought it in 2019. Well, we like to use the home median price. The average is kind of a number that we don't really use here. So I like to go with the median home price. So 8.3% would have been your appreciation from just holding on to the property. Just holding on to the property, your property went up in value 8.3%. All right? So that's something to be or to consider when going or doing real estate. Number two, real estate helps you reduce your expenses. Right now, with the increase of inflation and the increase of your everyday consumer goods, what do you think is going to happen with all of this stimulus, all of this money being sent out? Your taxes will increase. It's already been stated with the new president, Biden, that he will increase taxes. Okay? Either way, it was going to be increased anyway, with Trump or with Biden. But your taxes are one of the biggest expenses when it comes to anything and everything you do. What if you had the opportunity to write off or at least hedge some of those taxes? Real estate allows you to do that. You can write off your taxes or your depreciation and many other things with real estate. You also at this time have low interest rates. We're talking about all-time lows. I think at the moment we're at around a 2.8, if I'm correct, as of November. What today is the 8th, the 7th of November. We are at around a 2.8, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. We may be even lower. Okay, this is all-time lows, meaning that if you write off your taxes and decrease your interest rate, your monthly spending will decrease. You don't have so much expenses. Okay, that's if you have a primary home. What if you have a rental property? Even better, because now as rents go up, guess what happens to your cash flow? You start making more money. So not only do you decrease your monthly spending, but you're also increasing money in your pocket with real estate. Okay, right now, because of the low inventory that I just mentioned before, there is a high demand for housing. So people are looking for rentals, looking for homes to buy, and there's not enough on the market for them. So that means that the prices will have to go up, okay? Simple economics, all right? Low supply equals high demand, all right? Or low supply plus high demand equals a lot of money, okay? So in Houston, it's actually pretty doable here when it comes to the spending. Compared to other major cities, we are the fourth largest city. We're neck and neck with Chicago, which we, according to the data, we should pass up within 2025, if not sooner. And out of the four major cities, Los Angeles, New York, Chicago, and Houston, Houston is the most affordable out of all four of them. We're talking about major cities. Out of those four major cities, Houston has the lowest home medium price, okay? Out of those four cities, Houston has the lowest living expenditure, okay, with $75,000 annually. That is your expenditure to live, and you can live very comfortably here with $75,000, $80,000, very comfortably, very comfortably. And the average rent is lowest among the four major cities. Houston currently has actually increased. The average rent here is $19.40 per month. Okay. Now, if you buy a home for you as your primary residence or as an investment property, you are not going to have, your mortgage is not going to be $19.40 unless you buy a property that's $500,000, right? And here in Houston, that is not the medium home price. You can find property much cheaper here in abundance around the 265 mark, 250, even lower. So that's not a problem. All right. Number 3 reason is demographics. Demographics. Okay. What do I mean by that? Aging millennials. Okay. And Generation Z right? I'm a millennial, so I think millennials are from 1980 to 1996, and then Generation Z is the generation after. Millennials are currently, according to the data, 72 million. I believe they either have surpassed the baby boomers or are right there. Generation Z is 99 million. Okay, this is something to consider here. Out of the 72 million millennials, there are 30 million that are under 30 years of age. 30 million, a little less than half. Okay, who are not even 30 yet. They haven't even reached 30, and 30 usually is the average age for home buying and starting a family. So they haven't even reached 30 yet. Those 30 million are looking for rentals usually. They're in the age of renting houses or renting apartments. So those 30 million are going to turn 30 in the next year or two. And what do you think they're going to be looking for? Either rentals or buying a house. So there's going to be a lot more demand. We're not even talking about Generation Z, who are the largest living generation right now. They are at 99 million, okay? And 99 million that are under 23 years of age. So at 23, what do you think they're going to be doing when they turn 25, 26, 27? They're going to be looking for places to rent. So what happens when you have a property and there's not a lot of inventory out there? Just like I mentioned before, high demand plus low supply equals money, equals dollars. So if you have property, real estate, if you own real estate, you will have an asset that will be sought after, meaning that you will have the ability to build wealth. Okay? It's that simple. It really is that simple. Right now, there is, I think, 2 months of inventory in Houston. I think there's about 3 months nationally. Do you know what the average or a normal market is? A normal market, real estate market, is between 6 and 8 months, or I think between 6 and 10 months is really a normal market. Of course, it depends on the market and things of that nature, but generally speaking, between 6 and 10 months is a normal market. We are at 3 months nationally and 2 months in Houston. That means that there has to be almost a five-time multiple increase to get us to a normal market, just a normal market. Okay? So if you think there's going to be a crash, you may be waiting for a long time. Okay? So wages here in Houston, this is what I like about Houston. Houston, with the money that you make here, it takes you a long way. You just get more bang for your buck here. Okay? Unemployment has been among the lowest out of the top 12 cities in the U.S. after COVID. This is after COVID. And also, if people have been watching the news back in March, what happened, or February? We had an oil crash. Oil went down to negative $40 a barrel. And still, Houston, being a predominantly oil city, was among the lowest in unemployment. It was actually just behind Dallas and Phoenix. So Dallas and Phoenix were slightly ahead, and Houston, being a larger city, number 4 on the population table, was only behind by 2 other cities out of the 12 top cities in the U.S. Okay, that's something that you have to notate. We used to be predominantly oil. A lot of our major businesses are in the health industry. Okay, if I pull up some data here, I will be able to show you, or I will be able to emphasize exactly what I mean. So in Houston, let's look at the nation here. I have a table in front of me. In the nation, there was a negative 5% decrease in employment when it came to healthcare during COVID. There was a lot of layoffs. In Houston, there was than, it was barely 0%. It was about negative 0.5%. So 0.5% decrease in employment. Okay. So those are 3 reasons why it is a perfect opportunity to invest in real estate. Okay. Appreciation, right? Reduction in expenses and demographics. All right. So I'm going to make a special offer to anyone. I will be putting this in PDF format. So if you want this PDF to analyze it, to look it over again, all you have to do is send me a text with real estate to my phone, 832-657-1117, and I will direct you to I will send you the link so you can download the PDF format, and that way you can look at it and review it and be ready for whatever is coming up next. Now is the time for you to get started, to start building your wealth, to start getting involved, okay? Right now, if this wasn't a better time for you to start in real estate and build wealth for you, your family, start getting residual income, start living a life of freedom, then I don't know what is, okay? I mean, I'm doing it. I've showed you what I've done. I've shown you the numbers. At this point, you have to be able to do it yourself, okay? If that's what you want. If you want freedom, if you want lifestyle, if you want to generate wealth for you and your family and make a difference, leave your mark on this earth, then this is a way to do it, okay? Do it now, all right? With that being said, peace.